In today's video, I'm going to tell you everything I love about the BMW M2. As you can see from these stickers right here and how dirty my M2 is, I just came back from a BMW track day and it was so much fun. We drove on one of Canada's best tracks and honestly it was one of my best driving experiences ever, which brings me on to the first thing that I love about my BMW M2. The M2 is beyond fun to drive, whether it's on country roads, on the track, or just in general, it is so much fun. It is awesome. And the thing about it is that it handles so well and you just have so much confidence. It allows you to push the car more and have so much fun with it. If you want the M2 to stay controlled, it does that very well. It stays planted in corners, it exits them beautifully, and the traction control is amazing, even in rain. And the great thing is that if you want to have a little bit more fun, it can do donuts, drifts, and burnouts just as easy as it can keep the car in control at all times. The M2 drives so well that I once had this guy pull up right beside me in a beautiful red Ferrari and say that he enjoys driving his M2 more than he does the Ferrari. The BMW M2 feels very fast. It's not even meant to be super fast in a straight line, but activate launch control and you feel like you're on a roller coaster. Overall, the BMW M2 will put a smile on your face every time you drive it. But your wallet won't be all that happy because the BMW M2 is so easy to modify. There are hundreds of parts that you can buy, and it's not just regular things like side skirts or front lips. You can get carbon fiber steering columns, carbon fiber door handle cups, OEM shift light steering wheels, and a whole bunch more. There's even carbon fiber key covers. Look at this. Installs for the most part are super fun and pretty easy to do unless you're working on the engine. Since the N55 and especially the S55 engines are so big and they're cramped into this small engine bay, it's a little bit difficult to do engine modifications, but it is so worth it. I mean, just take a listen to how good this intake and CATLESS downpipe sound. There's also a whole lot of tuning options available with boot mode, MHD, dine-in, and burger, just to name a few. Overall, the BMW M2 is super easy to find parts for and to modify. And when you do, it's really fun to one, work on the car, and two, be able to customize your BMW M2 to exactly what you want. This next thing is a little bit different, so instead of me talking about it, let me just show you. Especially if you have the N55 engine, the sound it makes is unbelievable. It's a deep inline 6 that almost sounds like a V8 at idle, and when it's revving out, it sounds like a race car. I wish I had some clips of it, but at the BMW track day, my RPM was always pretty high, and it was like nothing I ever heard before. It sounded absolutely amazing. Not only is the BMW M2 one of the best sounding cars, it's one of the best looking cars as well. You've got this beautiful, perfectly sized coupe with wide fenders and aggressive body lines that really set it apart. Nowadays, cars are getting larger and toned down, but the M2 stays with BMW's roots and looks amazing whether it's parked or driving down the racetrack. And not only does the exterior look good, the interior is awesome too. It's very simple but beautifully made and looks amazing. In fact, the interior design of the M2 is one of the main reasons why I bought the M2. And with a little customization, it goes from amazing to perfect. Like I said earlier, cars are getting bigger and bigger, but the M2 definitely hasn't followed that. And you'd think that with its smaller size and with it being a sports car, it wouldn't be too practical. But hopping into the driver's seat says otherwise. I can drive my M2 for hours and still be comfortable, although ventilated seats would be nice. Another great thing is that I never feel cramped and I have a ton of space in this interior. The back seats are awesome as well. They're super comfortable and I have quite a bit of space, but if you are over 6 feet, they may be a little bit on the smaller side. Moving on to trunk space, we've got quite a bit at 390 liters, which can fit quite a bit of shopping or car parts, which is more common in my case. And last but not least, we have 4 of these 12-volt sockets, which is super convenient when driving around with a few people. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed, and here's another video for you to watch right up here.